normal accent for this. No, you know what? Fine, silly accent, because everyone else does. Yuki, we're going live, man. Are you ready?
I'm more ready than ever.
Alright, why don't you take the first mid and mean things to co-casters?
I'm gonna have to see which demo screws up their rollout more. It's a contest between Seagull and Pure. Looks like Pure is winning the battle of not stuffing up his rollout. He clips his head, so he does take some fall damage, no big deal there. He's gonna get the first sticky off, and it's gonna not even meet Seagull while he takes his first sticky. Both soldiers on both teams getting there relatively at the same time. Nothing much happened here. Double aggro soldier from Mixup, landing straight on Ninja Nick's head, taking him down. And the positioning is on Mixup. Meanwhile, zbear with the return kill on Smacker the medic, and there's just kills happening left and right center. But looks like it is the edge towards Mixup cbear as they just killed them off.
Yeah, the edge kind of in the hands there. Smacker did go down as well, but Ninja Nick, always say it, man, when your medic is the first to die of mid, something horrible has happened. The double aggro bomb, Harbaloo. The big mid, he actually got a equalizer kill as well for the drive the crowd wild, and they're actually going to get second right away too. Platinum always ready to gain ground, and red has nothing to stop, so of course top guns are on red, usually like to say that. Mixup will be on blue. Harbaloo does go down trying some kind of shenanigans, and by the way, I didn't even say it, Relic, everyone's favorite roamer. Relic is back from his battle with Fatality, and he's actually playing roamer right now for the top gun, so it should be fun to watch him.
Yeah, right now looks like Top Guns actually want to contest this, as Relic did a little safe jump there just to do some damage, but they are going to give up the point there. Seanbot does get taken down, even if it was on both sides, so we're going to have to just see Top Guns just holding this last point. I wonder if Mixup are going to try and do something here just before both teams get Uber. Maybe you see a Harbaloo bomb, as he's just poking through the left door, having a bit of spam, not much happening of that though, as Seagull does get a nice sticky trap on Relic, so that's going to stall the push of Top Guns for some time.
Well, yeah, they're going to push in. Shamba did go down in the second attempt to push back into second, so he's up now. Relic is coming back. Carnage is sniping, trying to gain footage for Meat Shot Volume 5. We'll see if he finds a head. Both medics have Uber, and we're just going to chill out here. Casted a couple of these games yesterday on my channel just for fun, and actually you played Yuki, and it seems like every team does the same hold, heavy sniper or heavy some kind of utility. As Relic actually is going to go ultimate utility spy, so we're going to have to do that little sneaky Relic spy cam.
Yeah, I actually don't really like playing, having double util that much on defense, but it does work, so I do it just because it works. But Relic actually got run into, and no one in Mix even noticed it. But it looks like Mix is going to do some suicide here. Seagull on the point coming in, Enigma coming in as well. They're going to force it Uber by Ninja Nick, and Platinum is just sitting peachy on this yard area, as Relic was trying to get a force on Smacker though. Unfortunately, he didn't really get any damage on him, and Top Guns are going to have to try and do something here, cbear.
Yeah, we saw this play a couple times yesterday, for those of you who watched the games I casted. It's like, what happens when you sacrifice 3 people? Well, your last push-out needs to be great, and actually not bad for the Top Guns. They do get the force, but Pure goes down. Nice shotgun work by Platinum, and Scout pressure, but Shambad's also going to go down, so they traded 2. They're going to need to hold the last 4v6. Here comes the push from underneath. zbear and company trying to get rockets in. Here come the Scouts, buffed up top left. They're just going to shove in. Carnage goes down. zbear goes down, and I believe the point, yes, goes down. Mixup. Nice force with 3 recovered on their second point and pushing for the win. Pretty textbook last push there, guys.
Yeah, Carnage not having much love. A big donut after a pretty long round. That round was about 5 or 6 minutes, so not really much love for him, as once again we're going to have to see both demos rolling out to mid. This time Seagull and Pure not doing any sticky damage to each other just yet. Pure's just looking for some sticky damage on the scouts there, as both Mixup soldiers, very aggressive jump straight onto that top area, but they've taken a lot of damage and they didn't kill Ninja Nick this time, so quick response can be by Top Guns. Unfortunately, Seanbot does get taken down. Really weak players on Top Guns side, as Ninja Nick does get taken down, but Top Guns are quick to respond to that and take down Smacker as well, and this is going to be a close mid, as zbear with nice kills followed by Pure, and that's wiped for Mix, so both teams wiping the other on each rollout.
I would have said some dumb things if I were casting that mid, because I thought for sure Top Guns were going to lose. I saw Harbaloo bomb in. Seemed like 4 guys on Top Guns were hanging out on that little shack roof before you get up to that upper area at mid. They're just hanging out there, and Harbaloo probably did 500 damage with the bomb, but there's nice recovery. Relic took some pressure off, dropping Platinum, and nice mid-win there, trying to get back and tie the game up at 1. But unlike last round, ooh, by the way, we have a Crits Krieg in the hands of Red. Ninja Nick is ready to get very aggressive here. I'm not sure about this play. Brad is going to look like he's going to have to pop basically right away because Smack is at 75% with his regular Uber. I'm sure that this hasn't been spotted yet, 100% right now, so the onus is on them to get in right now, and looks like they're going to shift over to the right, but look at the Joker, he's at 100% right now! The crit sticky though does find the Joker, are you kidding? Smack, I think, was at 99. Oh, he's an old man in TF2 terms, didn't have the reaction speed, and Pure finds him. Question is, can Mixup rally around? They've done some good damage here. Carnage goes down, Shamba goes down, but I believe Red just has enough. Buff Scout hopping around upper. Oh, he takes a direct rocket though. The best. Oh, sorry, that's Enigma goes down, but we still have Seagull somewhere in here. He's fighting Brad 1v1, gets Brad. Woo, this fight pretty crazy on second, not even over yet. Relic is jumping in, Seagull gets taken down. Will Relic be able to cap though? I don't believe, because Harblu's gonna come in. This fight will never ever end. And now the Roamers are gonna gunboat fight around. Silly, oh, rockets and health packs. Oh, Harblu does get him, so. Woo, that was pretty crazy.
Yeah, that was a pretty intense fight. We just saw, like, Smack unfortunately dropped that Uber to that crit sticky as he just came up on 100%. And it was just a very chaotic fight following afterwards, both teams obviously losing their medics and pretty much losing every player. Meanwhile, there's looks like a possible push from Mixup coming into this midpoint as Enigma and Harblu are coming in hot. Harblu with a big bomb, doesn't really do much for it. Meanwhile, Moose does get taken down on the flank, so Mixup probably going to hightail it out of there with that player disadvantage. And they're going to have to set up for this second point as Top Gun's maybe trying to use that player advantage, pushing in through the Soul Room, cbear.
Yeah, the Joker's gonna get his first. I didn't actually look to see if Ninja Nick, yeah, he's at regular, so he cycled out through. Big bomb coming in, actually. These Roamers doing this special little play where they jump into the whole team and then jump out. Harblu does go down as well. Here comes Relic's second bomb back in. He gets popped up and dropped by the Seagull, but he did some damage onto the Joker, who does pop. Ninja Nick has his, so there's going to be the retaliation Uber. It's going to be a much better Uber. A lot of flashing going on for both sides here, but Top Gun's a chance to clean up Mixup here. But no, Mixup's going to just kind of scatter away. Scout fight behind the fight on the point here. Whoa, Enigma wins that fight. No, sorry, Moose does go down. Enigma helped out his buddy. Enigma's actually still behind the red team. I don't know what he's going to be able to do 1v4. He's trying to fight Seagull here. Here comes the helping bomb by Platinum. Repush by Enigma and company. Actually does get Pure. Here comes Platinum and Harblu. Platinum jumps in and drops Ninja Nick. This is more like the Mixup we're used to seeing. Just very aggressive. Duke recapped the second point. Fights though, man. These fights are just dragging on and on, Yuki. This one's not even over yet.
Yeah, no, it's just very chaotic. Looks like, yeah, Smacker does get taken down. And I just feel the problem with that fight, kind of just still fighting on my guard. Moose getting some nice double pistol action as Pure is going to meet up with his medic, and that was really scrappy. I mean, it's kind of the mix-up we're used to, but it's a lot scrappier than we're used to their usual play. Like, it's usually very aggressive, but very clean aggression. Right now, it's very kind of scrappy. Soldiers just jump around and just shoot stuff and kind of hope for a kill. Yeah, I need to see them clean up their play for sure.
It seems like all six are on the same page of just being aggressive. Against HRG, we saw a lot of individual attempts in a row instead of moving as six, and that's sort of the trademark of Mixup, is they're very aggressive, they'll jump in and fight you, and we saw some good support there. We can catch our breath after basically 3 straight minutes of crazy action. Ninja Nick has a bit of an Uber advantage. Both medics have regular Uber. I haven't actually checked to make sure. Yep, they both have regular Uber. But I don't think Red is going to be able to use this. Oh, no, I'm absolutely wrong. They're going to try to use it. They popped very early out of Saw Room. Aggression in, but the Joker collects his just in time to pop. And I do believe Red is in a lot of trouble. Sean Bud goes down, and the Top Guns are going to need to get out. But I don't think they will. Harblu and Platinum are playing very well at the start of this game. No demo now for the Top Guns. Brad is dead, and I do believe mid is going to go down, Yuki, as Mixup files in.
Yeah, Relic with a nice kill on Seagull, though. Gonna stun this push for a bit. And spawns are coming up for Top Gun, so they might be able to get this. As Zebrian with another nice kill on Enigma. Positioning is all mix-ups, though, as Platinum with a big bomb in does try and kill Carnage, and eventually does take him down, so that was pretty chaotic, as Mixup do cap up that middle point, and Uber's even, so we're gonna have to see, once again, another little stale minute or two, but not if Mixup have anything to say about it, as maybe, no, they're not gonna try and just jump in with that player advantage. Very wise. I would have liked to see if they tried just for fun, but they're gonna take the safe option, as Harblu's gonna do something stupid and try and live.
Yeah, he probably will, because he's got the gunboats, man. They're pretty powerful. It's like Dorothy's ruby shoes. He just clicks twice, shoots the ground, and he's safe from all things. as he's actually going to go window right now. Why would you ever take the Harbaloo cam off in this situation? You know he's going to try something. He's going to fly around. There he goes. And actually, Relic is going to get caught up watching the Harb show and get dropped down first. That's all the onus they need to push right in. Harbaloo does go down. Both Ubers are popped. Not exactly sure why the Joker popped, maybe to save his very low scout. But anyway, not a great Uber right now for Blue. Carnage does sneak in and drop Enigma, and so does Moose. No scouts on the map right now for Mixup. That means they probably need to get out. Pressure on the medic, and actually look at the Blue guys get popped straight up and cleaned up. Top guns! As Seagull tries to sneaky jump out in the middle of a fight, he will not. Hits his body against the frame of the window he was trying to jump into, and the Top Guns, man, right back at you. Wipe Mixup and keep the medic up, so huge advantage now for Red.
Yeah, there was a critical missed flash by Smacker there on the scout. I think it was Enigma? I don't know, I can't remember who the scout was, but he missed the flash on the scout as Carnage ran past and just two-shot that scout. If he flashed the scout, would have been able to kill Carnage, and then with that player advantage, would have been able to mop up Top Guns, and as a result, they got completely owned. As we actually had, I thought we had someone hiding in the fourth bomb, but we didn't, as Platinum with a big jump in, trying to get some love, does force Uber. He does get taken down for his efforts though, and Smacker does die for that poor positioning as well. Mix-Up scouts are going to have to try and do something here, as Enigma does get a nice kill on Relic, and this is looking pretty grim as
the big
Top Guns,
flank,
as they've lost almost their whole team.
Scouts and Harbaloo, man, they flanked in. Only Carnage remains behind right now, but I do believe a 2v1 advantage will be enough to clean him up. Both Blue guys are pretty healthy. They're just aggressive bomb there by Harbaloo. Does quite a bit of damage to Carnage. You sit at 9 health. Oh, he bops Harbaloo at the end there. Might get the meat chop bind. Wait for it. Negative. No meat chop, haha, bind, but scrappy cleanup fight there. I thought when the Joker went down, that might have been disaster for Mixup, but nope, they rallied behind it. Actually, after winning that fight and going down so early in that fight, Smacker does have a pretty sizable 20-25% Uber advantage, and we'll have to see Yuki if they use that to retake mid.
Yeah, the one thing that Mixer have always been good at, in and out of seasons, is their ability to collapse after Ubers onto the enemy team. Their Ubers may not always be perfect, but their ability to collapse on the enemy team and their timing for it is just very good. As it looks like I'm going to try and push with this slight Uber advantage. I really like this. As Platinum and CR are coming in through this saw room, Platinum does drop it, the Uber is used. Platinum's looking for the medic. He does get Ninja Nick to fairly low health, but Relic's the only casualty of war here, as Zebra might get taken down as well, but really nice work by Ninja Nick does get caught out by Harbaloo. Unfortunate for Top Guns there, as they're going to have to try and do something here on this second point to stall the onslaught that is Mix-Up.
I thought Ninja Nick was dead for sure. He ended up living about 10 seconds longer than he should have. Platinum was all over him, and Ninja Nick with a great escape. Not enough, though. Harbaloo has played really well, man. He's got 2 doms on Roamer. He's constantly sacrificing himself to have 2 doms. It's pretty crazy, having himself a great game. Sniper is up for Carnage on last, and Mixup could push right in here with a 50% advantage. They're at 70, and really turn around back in their favor. That would have been a heartbreaker round for sure for Red. And we'll see what Mixup decides to do. The Joker at 95%, feeling maybe a right push for their perspective, which would be left for the defending side. Probably be a smart decision. They're just going to go right in and flash everybody. Going to cram Red back in their spawn. Level 2 gun is up. Nice heel swing of the wrench by Sean, but Relic goes down. But you know what? You duck back into spawn, you can't guard the point, and Mixup just walks on it, Yuki. Oh, man. Kind of an interesting attempt at defense there. I don't know if they thought maybe Mixup wouldn't go on the point, but it's going to be 2-0. Mixup wins a very crazy round.
Yeah, Top Gun should have been a lot more spread out in that last point and not crammed on the one side, so when they got forced into spawn, it wouldn't have been as ineffective. Unfortunately, they're all on that side, as Seagull does get some early damage on that scout there. That is, I think, Carnage, as Seanbud rushes him on the point, doesn't get the kill, as both soldiers were mixed once again, jumping in, but meanwhile, Relic and Zebra and just doing work, taking down Enigma and Smacker, and that's going to be a wipe for Mix again at this rate, and wow, it's just really well played by Top Guns on these rollouts. They just need to consolidate their phase play.
Yeah, Harbaloo's still alive. He's actually back with his team, so you see Roamer only alive. You, almost guarantee some kind of weird play coming out of him, but no. This is the round that the Top Guns need. They need to just push right in and take it. Defense just barely starting to get set up. Sentry gun building. Uber already in. Love the pacing, and well, oh no, it's not a pause, it was just some lag there. Okay, well, the push is in, but Mixup's actually holding pretty well. 3-on-3, level 1 gun still up. Point, though, going capped out of the Edgy hold. Are you kidding? Edgy versus Pure kills him off, but there is the last frag in the hands of this lone soldier who has, count 'em, folks, 1 HP. What a hold. Are you kidding? Enigma got, I think, 2, maybe 3. nuts.
Yeah, that shouldn't have happened there. The round was pretty much Top Guns to throw, and they unfortunately did throw it. Well defended by Mix as well, but Top Guns just not using that Uber advantage to the right way. They didn't get enough kills quickly enough. They took way too long, and they didn't even get enough positioning, and that's going to just have Mixup back on this last point again. No utils yet for Top Guns though, so I wouldn't be surprised to see maybe Carnage come in for a suicide and swap the sniper.
Right. Yeah, I think that'll happen. Might see some kind of a forced play. It's actually better to wait for the other medic to have Uber when you're both as even as it is. Much easier to force a pop than it is, obviously, to get a kill. But medic is going to hang out behind a level 3 sentry gun, and Brad's going to find out how much fun that is. Actually, they go right in. Actually, great kill by Brad. How did he live through the sentry gun, just plastering him backwards? I thought that was just a sacrifice, but it was a push. Love that push because it worked out perfectly. But no deaths, just took it, made that first attempt not so good. Second attempt, awesome, and now it's 2-1 now, but Top Guns come back in.
Yeah, they somehow got an early kill on Seagull who was by himself on the right side there. I guess that's the problem with having the double utility. You don't always have someone helping hold that right side, and that gave Top Guns around there. As Pure opting for a more passive rollout on that right side, as Harblue does go into the kitchen, probably going to cause some havoc there. Platinum does jump up top, but meanwhile, Relic does jump in. Carnage gets a kill on Moose though, but 2 players down for Top Guns. It's going to be a bit... It's going to be a bit chaotic here as Platinum does take down Sean Bud, and the cap is Mix-Ups though, as all the positioning is theirs. But Ninja Nick does live this time, so good of both medics actually live on a rollout for once.
It's not over yet. They're jumping after Ninja Nick. He does get into underneath the second point. There's a word for it. I don't remember what it is. My phone's going to make noises during a cast, so take a drink at home. ×5 on the point. Second is going to go down. And the Top Guns are back on their last here. Mix up with a fumbling end to that last round, trying to make the half 3-1 here. Both medics with Uber Yuki, so... looks like maybe a suicide. You don't really have to ask Harbaloo twice to try some silly force attempt here, and I think he's just going to do it top right.
Yeah, he's looking for the top right area. He does see a heavy debris of the stick. Walks into the stickies there, and actually gets some time on the point. I don't know.
What?
This is the problem with having double utilities. If you don't play it right, you just sit far back stacked on one side, and you just give up the positioning on the right and the point. And that just showed right then, as Top Guns were just all stuck in the back left area. Wow. Had no one on the right side, even on the middle area, and Mix just walked on it. So it's all about defending the point. It's not always about holding the Uber.
Yeah, but that was so silly. Alpha, was that? I mean, I don't want to rag on anybody too much,
sure
but that
what
was
they just watched.
that was. Oh man, it's like we've seen that on Badlands, just the sneaky cap, but really you can't miss them just running in.
Yeah, like that. They should have seen that coming. Not sure how they missed that.
Top Guns just did it to them last round as well.
That's true. I think I'm trying to make sense of what we just saw. I think maybe they thought that Harbaloo and company were coming in for a 3-man sacrifice, and they wanted to not pop under any circumstances, and gave up too much point. Well, obviously too much point. I don't know. That's the best I can do. Anyway,
yeah,
Alpha. So Mix-Up. It's been a lot closer than a 3-1. Teams have been back and forth. Is there, have you seen anything that stands out?
The Top Gun soldiers, they make stuff happen. They're really on their game right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Harbaloo and Platinum are your 2 MVPs so far in this game, and I am a big Enigma fan, obviously, and love watching him play. Just so scrappy, and without a star second scout, he's really playing well.
Yeah.
Just doing everything he possibly can for his team here. Okay, so we're at mid-fight here, number 5. Start of the second half, 3-1 for Mix-Up. Switching colors, Moose will go down first here to Pure. Big bomb comes in for Relic, and he does drop Enigma, and that is it for your mid-fight, ladies and gentlemen. A quick one, as looks like the Poops, the Top Guns, are going to get back in this game, win the first mid. Joker is alive. Relic is hunting for him, but he will not find much, as Mix-Up's medic is back at last. Harbaloo's actually going to mid right now, by the way. I don't know what he's trying to do.
Oh god.
He's now dead, so sorry. Go ahead.
Moving Harbaloo. I was just gonna say, Mix-Up scouts are just getting caught out really early on that on mids especially. You just saw how both their scouts just died extremely early. It looks like Uber on both sides. Seagull's getting Uber. Meanwhile, Zebra is just gonna jump behind, get a nice pick. Actually, oh my god, that scout lived. Seagull with a nice pipe taking down Pure. That's gonna stunt this push for Top Guns as
Really
Demon has been
fast.
nice around
Relic
Enigma.
is behind. He just did his roamer thing. Relic always behind your team. Is now in the flank, but he's missed rockets. He's now underneath. Gets shot down there. Oh, I thought Relic was going to set up for one of his great plays. Z Brian, though, does clean up for him enough. Drops the medic. Pure was the first to die in that fight. Got piped by his demo counterpart. So he's back in his Saw Room, and really kind of a clunker push out of Saw Room for the Top Guns. Mix-Up now in control of the round. Sorry to interrupt you like that. I thought Relic was about to make like a triple kill, but he didn't, and made me look dumb.
That's good. In the meanwhile, they did get a medic trade, which is what Top Guns did want, especially after losing their medic. Looks like they're trying to actually push into this midpoint. Their Soldier and Scout already in, and Mix-Up are not even in yet. They're not even set up to defend this properly, as Harblue does jump in to do a bit of distraction, but no heals on the right players. That is Platinum and Seagull, means this cap is actually going to go towards Top Guns, so well played by them to actually read the fact that Mix-Up had no heals. Meanwhile, Relic does jump in for the Roma special, as you would say, on Smacker. Unfortunately, Smacker doesn't go down, but that doesn't stop the push for Top Guns, as they're still coming in hot. Smacker unable to heal his demo pocket sufficiently, as Platinum does take down Relic and a trade coming on Enigma. But Seagull just doing work. Ninja Nick's gonna have to get out of here.
Whoa! Seagull actually did tons of damage to Ninja Nick, who was cleaned up by a Moose. He just left click, right click, man, pretty strong. He does go down to Z Brian, who is got a beat on the medic, but Harblue, it's not Platinum, is back to fill in the role of combo soldier. Actually, don't know what happened to Z Brian. I guess he just jumped away. Relic does go down, continually trying to make plays, but he's just been a little bit off in this game. And Mix-Up, after that nice retake, is going to push back Seagull with a great triple, I guess 2.9 kills to turn that fight around in their second point, and now Mix-Up again have an advantage.
Oh, I was a bit disappointed that Carnage bitched out there, as he was sitting in kitchen waiting to see if he could get a force on the medic, but he decided better of it than to just bail out. I guess it's good for his team, as the cap was almost there. And meanwhile, Mixer coming in through the Saw Room. Bit of spam coming in, but no damage happening of it. Z-Brian does get some nice rockets on Platinum, but whoa, air shot, as Z-Brian does get destroyed. But a nice return kill on Platinum, as there's a 2x cap happening on this point. Top Guns need to try and do something here, as Shorma does get a nice kill on Seagull. Uber not even popped the smacker. This is really bad. They've already lost 2 combo players without even Ubering, and Uber's going to come for Top Guns soon.
Yeah, well, Ninja Nick's at 92%, but there's the red Uber. Ninja Nick is so close to Uber right now. He's at 96%, separated from his team. No, tragedy for the Top Guns. Ninja Nick gets clipped down. Moose, I'm sorry, the Scout trying to finish off the Joker does Carnage with a clutch kill. I don't know if it's going to be enough, because Moose is already in at last. He is fighting Z Brian. He is stuffing Z Brian 6 feet into the earth, and him and Enigma will cap to make it 4-1. Top Guns, man, they're in pretty much every one of these rounds, but just find ways to let it slip through their fingers, and now they're in a lot of trouble in this match.
Yeah, like, they're generally playing really well. It's just there's these critical moments where they need to not slip up, like, with these, like, little scrappy fights, and they just make the smallest mistake, and it punishes them, like, Mix punishes them severely, as, once again, we're gonna have to see this rollout, see what Pure does, because it just seems whatever he's doing, this slowly passive rollout working, as double Soldier Bomb, once again from Mix. Harblue does land on Ninja Nick's head, doesn't get the kill yet, and really good positioning by Mix, just all over this point, but Relic does get the first kill on Platinum. Top Guns are really healthy, as well as Mix-Up, so despite that one player advantage, Relic's just trying to do something. Not really much happening, still passive considering the one player advantage, cbear.
Harbaloo is doing so much by doing nothing right now. That made no sense what I just said. He jumped behind and has taken eyes off the entire mid-fight, occupying 2-3 of the red guys, who now are, I'm sorry, blue guys, because Mix-Up is red, and they go down. Carnage and Shamba, so no scouts. Can't say how well Harbaloo is playing this game, completely out-roaming Relic, and now both medics do have Uber, but really, that was all Top Guns at that mid. They should have won it, but they were spending too much time trying to find the sneaky roamer. Now we're going to get Ubers traded off. Nice shot by Z Brian onto Enigma. I'll call it the wall shot, but he was in midair, and now actually the red demo is so brave, but he will not be going to jump out. Seagull got clipped just as he right-clicked to jump away, and that Uber not so smart, too much flashing for Mix-Up, and now they're at a bit of a disadvantage here, as there comes the pinch around Yuki. Top Guns coming from lower, try to cut off this red combo, and they've done that. Red is in a lot of trouble here.
Yeah, Platinum trying to do his patented wrap around the enemy team and get some lucky frags, but not sure what's going to happen with that. As Ninja does get taken down, Smacker should die for his troubles as well. Oh my god, what's taking him so long to die? Looks like Relic was just trying to delay that death of his a little bit, just to give him the slight spawn advantage, as I mean, they get the medic trade, but they're going to give up 2 as well at this rate, as 5 players are up for top guns.
Alright, let's pay attention right now, because Harbaloo is at the other team's mid, or behind the other team. Oh, he's going to get caught out here by Brad. Harbaloo's going to go back to his home, which is 600 feet above the ground level, and get shot down. So, nice awareness, not letting Harbaloo spawn kill their medic, which I actually thought was going to happen. And in the meantime, the rest of the team is going to file in and collect second. So, a bit of a comeback attempt here for the Fighting Poops. Or the Top Guns. I really want to just call them the Poops. Think I will, because I can basically do whatever I want. Joker has a bit of an uber advantage, so expect to see some kind of relic play. Maybe Carnage will go in, like you said earlier, Yuki go sniper, but really pushing without getting some kind of an early advantage, 5v6 or a pick class or something is not advisable.
So this time he's solo on the right side, but this time he's on the hut, so if he does get jumped by a soldier, he has the option to surf away. And this time, if a scout runs at him, it's going to be a lot more ineffective. As looks like we're just waiting for both teams to get Uber. Top Gun's on 85%. Looking through this lower area, I wonder if they are going to do a suicide, if they're just going to push, as their positioning says that they want to push, but I'm not too sure exactly what they want to do, as they have 2 soldiers chilling here.
They might try like a 3-man sacrifice. We've seen teams do that more and more. We saw a 3-man sacrifice turn into a round win for Mixup at the end of the first half in hilarious circumstances. We do have
Harbaloo behind.
Yeah, Harbaloo, you really can't contain this guy. He always wants to be somewhere else, and he's done his job, somehow jumped over. The team is now in Saw Room hanging out, and he's going to fight Shambud 1v1 here. Shambud doing the right thing, backing away from the roamer, knowing that he doesn't have that second, that shotgun ability, so he will get cleaned up. Maybe inviting a push here? Not exactly sure.
Yeah, I'm surprised that Top Guns aren't trying to use that player advantage yet, as they kind of were, as Carnage doesn't get taken out by a nice sticky trap by Seagull. And I guess we're going to have to see some util swap. It'll probably be Sniper. I don't typically see Carnage go heavy or Spy, but it's not necessarily out of the question, but Sniper's probably the more ideal out of those utilities. Just waiting now, and there's the Sniper swap.
Yeah, okay, so Harbaloo is also going to be sniping. Carnage versus Harbaloo. Who do you got? I'll take Carnage. Okay, but Harbaloo's pretty pushed up. He's doing kind of the Mackie play for all of you who can remember. Not too long ago in your TF2 history book. Yeah, you did the same thing. So, but there actually is a soldier jumping up drop down. Relic is going sniper hunting, and I do believe once he turns this corner, he will kill him. Open up for Harbaloo gets the shot onto Carnage. So I took the Carnage in the Sniper v Sniper bet, and I was wrong. And actually pressure coming in from the side by Seagull. So a lot of hurt guys here on the Poop side. Top Guns kind of getting caught out here. Ooh, getting some even more damage towards Ninja Nick. And Z Brian does go down. So Seagull, he doesn't keep his sticky trap up. He's actively trying to use his stickies to damage Blue. And he's done a great job of just pushing them out of this forward lobby. And actually here comes the push out Uber. Mixup being very aggressive here, but they do lose one. Do force the Uber encounter, but I think they need to go home right now.
Yeah, nice work about Pure. They had 2 stickies set up just to juggle Ninja Nick into there as he was trying to escape. Harbaloo is going to try and have to say something about it as he was on 15 health. Carnage walks right past it. It must be the field of view. Unfortunately, it needs some 110 FOV as Harbaloo gets away with 15 health. I can't even believe that actually happened. As I'd like to see Top Guns actually wait to get Uber here, as like there's a level 3 sentry up, and they are still jumping in, trying to get a pick on the demo man. Seagull does get taken down. Nice work by Top Guns. Zebra needs to try and get out though, as unfortunately he does lose his life. And decent Uber advantage for Top Guns. That's about 50 odd %. So we're gonna have to see them push in the next couple of seconds. They probably can't even wait for Zebra to get there though. So despite Uber advantage, having a 1-player disadvantage is gonna be pretty tough for them.
They definitely should wait for Z Brian, because Seagull's going to spawn right now, and it'll be a 5v6 by the time Z Brian makes his way back. Doesn't have gunboats, so he'll be low. They're smartly going to wait, at least for Z Brian to be in the realm around them. But they're definitely going to go right now. Wow, really early pop on Relic, who doesn't even get in with it. They're going to take Carnage in. He's saying hello to a level 3 sentry gun. Enigma just jumps around the gun. Ninja Nick gets killed by the sentry gun. An absolute disaster of a push there from Top Guns. Oh, Yuki. Oh man, that was not. that was about the worst case scenario there.
Yeah, Carnage probably being extremely frustrated there that, like, when you replant a sentry gun, it's practically on infinite health, unless you have 6,000 stickies there. But, Mixup do cap up that second point, so good work by them to actually consolidate and take that defense, excuse me, as they're going to push in through this kitchen area with this Uber advantage. I really like this aggressive play by Platinum, but he does offer the better of it as Top Guns are trying to do some wraparound play.
Yeah. I think you just lagged out, or I did. Or you're... Hello? Okay. Yeah, okay. Alright, so in the meantime, push is going to come in. Nice job by the Poops for the most part, trying to be scrappy, force early, but he's milking away is the Joker, 100% Uber at mid, and Platinum is ready to go, man. Just point him in the right direction. Seagull does go down somewhere else on the map. I believe, actually, that awful push that I commented on was forced, so I can't say that was their idea just to go in, so I'm guessing Harblue did some shenanigans, or someone forced the Uber there, so not so bad there. Still, though, Ubering the Scout into the sentry gun, not desirable, but here we go. Ninja Nick has 95% Uber. Platinum looked like he was going to go in, but jumped back in the nick of time, and actually I think we're going to stall out here. Yuki, are you with me?
Yeah, hello. I would like to see Pure and Co actually poke that midpoint a bit there, because it was about half capped, and there was only Platinum, a Scout, and a Medic, and they had a demo up on Top Gun's side, so they could have easily spammed that point. Meanwhile, Harblue is jumping in for some silly play. As usual, he does about 16,000 rocket jumps, does die for his troubles. At least he falls to his clumsy, painful death and only got finished off. But, I don't know, Top Guns are probably going to try and push off this, as the onus is on them, as they are down 3 rounds.
It's
2
really,
rounds, excuse me.
I'm almost thinking, like, obviously he's trying to get a force, Harblue is, when he makes that play, but even if, you know, the Poops are like, hey man, let's push back 5v6, but then Harblue comes back, grabs the health pack with his gunboats, and he's right back in the fight by the time the push is going. Both Uber's fighting, and he's just right there, so it kind of baits the push and puts the other team at a disadvantage. Really like that play, actually, sacrificing the roamer. I know we see it all the time, but it's smart, especially in that situation, especially because Harblue has absolutely no shame and will do whatever he can to get a force, or he'll just jump right, like he'll just go one and type kill in console if he wants to. Really, it doesn't matter. But we're just kind of stalemating out. Saw a lot of this yesterday, teams kind of searching for an advantage, but really it's on the Top Guns. They're down 4-1 in this game, and clock won't be an issue yet, but they do need to get 3 rounds, and actually Harblue's sniping, so we gotta watch him here and see what he's capable of doing.
He's poking through the storeroom area, trying to see if he can see us. Oh, just misses the headshot on Pure, unfortunately. That would have been a really good pick, as it looks like, yeah, Top Guns are going to hold a lot more aggressively once they know that Harblue's sniping. So we're going to have to see whether Harblue is going to get some room for a shot.
Shouldn't you just go now when you know you're a sniper? Area. You're down 4-1. I mean, you know you have an advantage.
I'd push into that. I'd definitely push just a solo Uber into that. Look for that easy pick on the sniper and just trade Ubers and then work off that with the player advantage. But looks like Top Guns are playing a bit timid right now despite that sniper.
Yeah, and actually poking aggressively is Red behind it, and Enigma goes down, so they're just like opening the door and waving through the traffic cop on a 4-way stop, just like with the white gloves, like, come on, blowing the whistle, come on, please push, and they will. Platinum, of course, always a favorite in these Uber versus Uber pocket soldier fights, but Moose does go down as well. Harblue is still sniping along the map, so big disadvantage here for Mixup now, who are going to get closed in on by Platinum, but how good can Platinum be? Here comes the jump. They're going to kill Platinum first. He does get 2, trades off with the roamer, but the Joker is in a lot of trouble here in the deep red. Harblue finally hits a shot onto Relic, who was trying to get back in the fight as soldier, and somehow, through all that, the Poops are in a lot of trouble. Pure does debt on Enigma to save his medic's life, but they are back, and I don't know if they can hold the second point, as Harblue, as Sniper, is doing the close quarters combat here. He is like Snake Plissken, man. No, he's dead. And I actually do believe they will be able to hold, but really, with this time being wasted, it's still playing into the hands of Mixup overall.
Yeah, Top Gun should try and be able to push this, as it's a soft player advantage, but they're not really in a position to, as they're poking into this mid now, but Pure's just going to look for stickers, and yeah, they are going to push, because there's no heals on those 2 players that just spawn, so they do want to get in here. Shawbot does get taken down, though, so it's going to be pretty difficult, as Carnage is just catching Seagull. Seagull's getting caught out a lot in this game. Meanwhile, Ninja Nick actually dropped that Uber there, unless either that or he's on 99%. Unfortunate for Top Guns, as meanwhile Smacker's trying to escape on 30 health, does escape with his life, and he's going to get Uber up in time, and that was just a disastrous push from Top Guns. Like, they had the right idea, it's just the execution was just not quite there.
They don't have anyone trying to stop. I mean, I don't really know how you stop Harblue when he's playing well, because he's very creative with his jumps and his timing. He's just had the combos number, and actually point pressure right now, not even going to wait for the push. Enigma just goes in, gets a lot of cap time, and that's huge because it's going to force the Top Guns to play close, and any scout just dancing on the point without a blue man around, that's going to be game. Seagull comes in, there's 3 right away. That could be the game right now. 3 still up, including the demo. It's got some life left, but Moose and company. No, Pure with a nice death gets.
That was a lot closer than the scores actually indicated, to be honest. Like, that was 5-1, but it felt a lot closer than that. It was just these slight slip-ups by Top Guns, which like, as I said, they weren't like massive mistakes, but they were really small mistakes that really just cost them either the situation or just the round in general. Unfortunate for them, as they are going to walk away with the loss, and that's going to put them at a 3-2 record. And meanwhile, that should make Mix 3-3, 4-3. I don't know how to count. Below.
Counting's hard. It's tough. Don't go anywhere, guys. We still have a second game, and I don't know. I guess I lagged out there. Sorry. Lol. I'm back. Oh. Well, we said some of the best things ever said in esports history. Just to us, though. It's only us three will ever know. I think actually Slyn is here as well, so us four. He is, and he's muted. Okay, so let's go to Alpha. 5-1 mix-up. You guys said 5-3, so I'm guessing it was more of a one-sided affair than you thought, Alpha. Is there anything that you noticed during the course of the game?
Well, even though like Top Guns were pushing like their last kind of lot,
yeah,
they were kind of getting outsmarted by Mixup. At it's like important fights, Platinum and Hardblue would just carry the fight, on their back and do plays, so they'll make more space for their scouts.
Yeah, I'm looking at the damage numbers right now. Well, the stats that are on the stream, thanks to TrukTruk, and I forget that you probably can't hear what he said, but the mumble that we're using actually crashed for a moment there for him. Didn't for us though, oddly enough. Not sure. Anyway, looking what stands out the most to me right now is the damage number between demos. Pretty big out damage by Seagull, who I think has gotten some criticism for his demo play, but score doesn't necessarily. Well. Yeah, I didn't notice too much except for that one, double kill and really a lot of sticky damage on the medic, which led to the medic dying. He played well, so that's good to see. Alpha, you played some demo. I didn't notice that big of a difference. Kind of 90 damage is kind of a lot, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, did you notice Seagull outplaying Brad, or like did the stats say, or was it kind of situationally?
Position-wise, no. But Seagull had some really good stickies, like in fights.
Mm-hmm.
He managed to get some stickies on their combo, on their scout combo, and their soldiers, so then it was much easier for them to push in. While Brad would... I think Brad is just like trying to protect his medic more and, keep his combo alive more than actually pulling damage.
It's weird. Hardblue... Okay, so Relic died 9 times more than Hardblue through the course of the game. How does Hardblue not have like 50 deaths to the way he was playing? That's my MVP. I don't know. We usually don't give MVPs, but his play really stood out to me. Hardblue really dominated the Roamer v Roamer. Maybe Relic was a little jet lagged. 13 and 27. Again, kill per death with Roamer. It's tough. He did quite a bit of damage still. Actually out damaged the pocket Z Brian. The damage number is very low in comparison for the Top Guns. So that's what's sticking out most to me. I don't know.
I'm looking at the scout damage right now, and I'm kind of surprised, because overall, it kind of looks like Top Guns did better in stats, but they were kind of getting outplayed, like as in the scout combo.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. People are clamoring for interview, but we're not going to do that because we have a game. Although I do see Kapow, AG's Kapow, in chat saying that the CSGO had an update, so the client is updating, delaying our game. So I'm just going to pretend like I didn't see that bit of text. But yeah, of course, AG versus the Tryhards is next. It's going to be awesome. Red TF2 always demanding that TrukTruk gets a shout out. He is actually making sure that I keep this on pace and that we're going to actually take a break between the games here. Yuki, you have to go play a match or get ready to play a match. Yeah, so, that's right. AG versus Madman is first, noob, as I'm being told as well. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, okay, so... Okay, I don't know what's going on. I'm just here to cast games, man. I'm not at ESEA-I admin. I'm just here. So I guess we'll discuss what's going on when we're paused to make sure we're all on the same page here. I don't know if we're casting AG versus Madman. I thought it was next up was AG versus the Tryhards. Okay, so we're not casting AG versus Madman, even though they are not started yet.
AG versus Tryhards got rescheduled to tomorrow. And then AG versus Madman is tonight.
Well, then we'll probably have to cast that game. Yeah? Okay, well, we're going to figure things out live. And I actually, why don't we stay with it for just a little bit here, as I'm actually getting right now updates from the admin, Kalkin himself. CSGO updated twice in a row, and it's screwed up everything, although he didn't use the term screwed up. He used an F word. I'm not going to say that word. You know why? Because I'm a man. So I think what we can settle on is Kalkin believes that it's going to be a doubleheader for AG tonight. So I guess we don't know for sure. We'll find out. We're going to take a break because we don't know what the hell we're doing. 5 minutes. We'll figure out exactly what's going to happen. If a game starts that we're going to cast before that, we'll just cut right in. And but either way, stay tuned. There will be more TF2 played tonight.